Don't become a UX designer or a product designer in 2024 if your major priority is to earn more and do less. Also, don't think for a minute that once you get out of a bootcamp or say complete the Google UX certificate course, you would get hired. Should I become a UX designer this year? Other variations of these questions are: is 2024 a good time to become a product designer? Is the product design job market saturated? In this video, I'm going to answer this question relying on a mix of data and my personal observations. So if you feel like I missed out on any information, please feel free to drop it in the comment section so that other people can see it. I don't mean to be mean or rude, so if whatever I say is perceived as such, I totally apologize in advance. I just want to be candid and provide you with the reality of becoming a UX designer or a product designer in 2024 so that you can make the right decision for your situation. That said, let's get into it. When we look at things very superficially, it's easy for us to say, yes, you should become a UX designer. For one, the tech industry and within the field of UX design has seen an explosive growth. Data shows that the demand for UX designer is growing. About a decade ago, the field of design was almost non-existent. Currently, we have about 17,900 job openings in the UX space each year, and this is projected to increase by 13% in the next decade. The US Bureau of Labor and Statistics reports that employment rate for web developers and digital designers, which includes UX designers, is expected to grow about 23% from 2021 to 2031, which is much more faster than the average. Another reason why becoming a UX designer in 2024 might seem very attractive to you is because of the salary. If we compare the average salary of a UX designer and other design fields, we'll see that the UX designer would earn more than other design roles. Something else that might be a draw to you to start your career right now is the job satisfaction. UX designers have a good level of job satisfaction, and this was documented in the 2022 survey by Glassdoor, which ranked UX design as the 24th best out of 50 jobs and product design as 46th out of 50 jobs, based on 3 factors that are top of mind for most job seekers. So that is salary, job openings, and job satisfaction. To add to this, the UX field seems to provide a high return on investment. It is a relatively easy field to get into compared to some other tech fields. People have made transitions into the field in the past with only a certificate course or a bootcamp certification. In addition, in terms of their time investment, it has been shown that it takes an average of 3 months to 2 years to start a UX design career. For example, I had a guest who had her first UX design job 3 months after she finished or completed her Google UX certificate. Or even myself, who after a few months at a bootcamp and an internship, I was able to land my first ever UX opportunity. I guess the question is, are these reasons concrete enough for you to consider a UX design career in 2024? Let's talk more about the current state of affairs in the tech industry and the UX job market to balance this out. In 2023 and even up till date, there have been massive layoffs from top companies like Amazon, Google, Meta, Microsoft, and Salesforce, to mention a few. Data shows that the largest job cuts were in HR and talent sourcing, which accounts for 27.8%, followed by engineering accounting for 22%, marketing accounting for 7.1%, and customer service accounting for 4.6%. Something to note is that even though this statistics doesn't cover the product design scene or UX design scene, a lot of product designers were also hit by this layoff. The next thing I want to touch on is intense competition. The current state of the UX job market as a result of the layoffs is such that there's intense competition for UX jobs. We have more candidates and fewer openings. This has increased competition. For example, if you go on LinkedIn, you will see that the number of candidates that apply for a single opening is really high. So that's the level of competition we have in this current market. Another thing to note is that we have fewer entry-level roles in this job market. The openings for junior or early career designers as a result of the state of the affairs within the economy is even smaller. People are graduating from short courses, and then companies on the other hand hesitate to hire entry-level designers because of the time and cost needed to upskill these new workers. These junior designers do not have real-world experience, so it will take them a longer time to ramp up on the job, even if they were trained. So they are not as attractive to hiring managers. Something else to note is that we have a lot of qualified candidates in their job pool. So for example, a lot of graphic designers who are veterans, who have been graphic designers for say up to 10 years, 5 years, are now beginning to see the advantages of pivoting into the UX design space, and as a result of them moving, you have higher competition for the roles available. Something else I wanted to mention was the fact that companies are de-risking. I had this recently in a training that I attended, where the hiring manager was talking about how companies are really sensitive to the kind of people they want to hire. They are increasing the bar, they're setting the bar higher for people they would hire. The bargaining chip is moving from candidates to the company, so as much as possible they are taking their time to hire. They're ensuring that whomever they are going to hire would be the best candidate for the role, so it's making it even tougher for people to find roles or opportunities. A major trend within the tech industry is AI, artificial intelligence. As we know, artificial intelligence comes with a lot of opportunities. However, it would also increase the redundancy in some roles within the tech space. So those are some of the things that I wanted us to consider before kind of drawing a conclusion. Now that we have a balanced view of the pros and the cons, here's my opinion. Don't become a UX designer or a product designer in 2024 if your major priority is to earn more and do less. Also, don't think for a minute that once you get out of a bootcamp or say complete the Google UX certificate course, you would get hired. To be able to win in this current terrain, you will need to play the long game. The market right now isn't very conducive, but my prediction is that the UX market would pick up slowly later on in 2024, and possibly by the end of the year 2024, early 2025, would see a spike in employment. So data from Indeed at the end of 2023 showed that there were more job openings from companies. So based on that, I feel like this would be a possibility. The implication of this is that although 2024 isn't necessarily the best time to start a career in UX design, if you do decide to start your career this year, you would probably be one of the few people snatched up once the market finally picks up, if you play your cards right. What exactly do I mean by if you play your cards right? Basically, it means that you can leverage this dry season for learning critical skills that would set you apart. For example, AI is becoming popular, and from what I can see, it isn't going anywhere anytime soon. So you should look for opportunities to work smarter using AI. You can also become a UX design advocate and focus more on strategy and less on tactical work. When it comes to networking, remember to also play the long game. You want to cultivate genuine relationship and interest in people. You want to nurture your relationships, because the hidden job market is very real. I'm speaking from experience. I got a couple of my roles from the hidden job market. In addition, you might find it beneficial to consider taking on an interim job in a different field while you work on building your career in UX design. Having diversified hands-on experience can expedite your employment process, as companies would prioritize candidates who have diverse skill sets to bring to the table. Okay, finally, you can consider standing out by adding a relevant degree like HCI, which is human computer interaction degree, to your qualifications. While this degree can be expensive, it will help you enhance your credibility and demonstrate your commitment to the field. I hope these insights help you make a well-informed decision about your next step. Feel free to drop a comment if you have any questions, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Until I come to you next time, bye bye.